As you know, this is my tape number 5, and it's known that I've become a bit of an icon in this district for doing these tapes, because I conned all you sleep bastards being here today. I'm doing some Bible reading today. Here it is. Now, firstly, on those other tapes, as you know, I took the piss out of the coppers, the priests, politicians. Let's fucking do it again. I just been out west, and I just been coming in on the Coconut Airlines, but anyway, it's pretty bad when you got to get out and push start the bastard. But anyway, you know out west way there's Charters Towers, and the other day me and Morton were out there, and we're walking around the outskirts of Charters Towers, and we seen this hole in the ground, old mine shaft, you know. I said, "Hey Morton, I wonder how deep this hole is here." He said, "I don't know, but I'm about to find out. I'm going to throw this rock down there." So he's picked up the rock, he's thrown him down. Didn't hear anything, you know. He looked at me, he said, "Hey Billy, come and give me a hand with this railway sleeper. We'll throw that down there, you know." So we picked up the railway sleeper, listening, don't hear nothing. Next thing, I hear the rustling coming behind us, and this goat is charging towards us. So I threw Morton out of the way and threw myself back, and the goat is gone between us and gone straight down the hole, you know. Anyway, we picked ourselves up. I dusted Morton off. This bloke's come over the hill, he said, "Hey, you seen a goat?" Well, I said, "We seen him, mate. Big bastard. Got big horns, got a beard. And he was wild and angry, mate. He's charging at us. He was wild." He said, "Oh, it can't be my goat. Mine was tame and tied to a railway sleeper." I'm glad you're at this Townsville Rugby League Club, because the other day Morton was here, and he got his dog there with him. And anyway, this bloke sitting down the bar, Morton's dog is gone and ate up his hat, you know. This bloke's going up to Morton, he said, "Hey, your dog's just ate up my hat." He said, "Tell somebody who cares." I said, "Hang on, mate, that wasn't a cobra. That was a deer hat, that one." He said, "Stiff cheddar." He said, "Listen, mate, I don't like your attitude." He said, "It wasn't my attitude." The real reason I'm here today is to talk about my other side of the family, the Gibbet side of the family. And of course, Cousin Gibbet, he's got a cousin Gordit. That's not bullshit. And anyway, this cousin Gordit, he's gone to go and have a circumcision operation, you know. And anyway, the doctor, he's come and seen him in the morning after he's coming out of all that business surgery. And he said, "Cousin Gordit," he said, "I've got some bad news for you." He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, I didn't read the charts properly. I see you in here for the circumcision, but I thought it was a sex change." He said, "So I've taken it all off." He said, "Oh, no." He said, "Don't tell me I'm never going to have another erection." He said, "You're going to have thousands of them, but none of them are yours." This is the sort of church we want, eh? One other Tom story, Morton, he got picked up by a priest. There's another court case going on over there by the sound of it. But anyway, he got picked up by this priest, you know, and he given a lift back to the station. And he said to him, you know, as he dropped him off at the gate, he said, Morton, you ever thought of becoming a Catholic? He said, oh, fucking no way. He said, I'm in enough trouble being black. A lot of you people don't know this, but this one Dreamtime story, you know the Titanic? And anyway, the Titanic, you know, when he's sinking, or she's sinking, what do they call it? Is she, he or she? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. When the bastard went down, there was, you know, this panic on the deck there, and there was a priest, a solicitor, and a car salesman. And anyway, you know, the solicitor, he said, quick, grab the women, the boys and girls, and put them in the bloody lifeboats. The car salesman, he said, oh, listen, I'll go along with, you know, the women and the girls. He said, but bugger the kids, the boys. And the priest said, well, we got time. Actually, one other thing that happened the other day, you know, this set of traffic lights up near the Causeway Hotel? And anyway, that Morton, he's going straight through a red light, and he's smashed into a priest, you know. And anyway, the priest's car, he's rolled over 7 times, and Morton's gone running over, and he pulled him out of the car and said, you all right, father? He said, what are you doing, you fucking idiot? Don't you know there was a red light? He said, oh, dear, father, calm down, hang on here, have a drop of brandy. So he's have a sip of that. He said, you all right now, father? No, you fucking half-wit. He said, you come through the bloody intersection there in the red light, you nearly killed me. He said, calm down, father, calm down, have some more of this brandy. So anyway, he said, you right now, father? No, I'm not. He said, I've lived to 64 years of age, and you fucking idiot, come through this red light. He said, have some more brandy, father, have some more brandy. He said, how can I? He said, there's bugger all left, you better have a drink yourself. Well, I said, I can't. He said, the coppers are coming. Actually, I'll just stay on the clergy for a little bit longer. The other day I was in the mall, and there was some preacher there, and he was preaching. He said, you know what the trouble is today? He said, you go into a convenience store, you buy a packet of cigarettes. He said, and then next thing, where's it lead you? It leads you into bloody alcohol and other intoxicants and women, dirty women. Well, I said, excuse me, can you tell me the name of that convenience store? All right, I'll give one more bash at the bloody religion bit. Morton, he got on the bus the other day, and he's reeking of perfume and full of grog, Forex. Got to look after the sponsor. And cheap perfume, he just humming, he was. And he sat down next to this priest. He said, excuse me, what causes arthritis? And he looked at Morton, he said, well, Morton, he said, it's probably caused by the fact of drinking alcohol, womanizing, and smoking, Why do you ask? Have you got the infliction? I said, no. He said, I read in the paper that the Pope's got it. Does everybody here know what the difference is between a lost golf ball and a mounted policeman? Hang on, Frank. Well, one's a hunt on the course. Just sunk in, did it? Actually, where I've been out west. Bloody coppers, they're bloody good, eh? They chased Morton. They caught up to him, pulled him over, and Morton said, what are you doing? I haven't done anything wrong. He said, I just want to let you know. He said, your wife fell out about 2 kilometres back. He said, thank fuck for that. He said, I thought I was gone deaf. Actually told about coppers because we've been out, as I said, out the west end, they had the breathalyzer working. Well, you know what the breathalyzer is, don't you? It's a police lady who comes out to the scene of the accident, goes down on you until you turn green. Excuse me, you serve grog? Yeah, you arsehole over there, the one that's deaf. He is, isn't he? Something I found out. Can you edit that out, mate? I don't want to become a non-member of this club, eh? But anyway, Morton is gone for a job the other day, and the foreman there was looking at his job application. He said, I see here, Morton, that by your application, you've done nothing for the last 6 months. He said, so what have you done for the last 6 months? He said, 6 months. Prior to that, he was in court for stealing a cow, and the magistrate, he said to him, he said, right, Morton Aloysius Cockbottle, we got the same middle name and surname. He said, you're in here court for stealing a cow. Is this the first time you've been before me? He said, I don't know. He said, what time did you get up? He said, no, is this the first time you've been in court? He said, oh, no. He said, I've never stolen anything before. And the whole court started laughing, And the judge said, order, order! Ward said, all right, make it a 4X and a pie, thank you. Actually, that Morton's wife, Gilligan, she's gone to court the other day. She's gone for a divorce. And anyway, she said to the judge, I want a divorce from my husband, Morton. He said, well, on what grounds, He said, on the grounds that he brings his work home with him all the time. He said, well, I don't really think that's strong grounds because, I'm a magistrate and all that, and sometimes I take my work home with me. He said, yeah, but you're not a pimp. I've got to ask you one question. What's an earthquake, a fire, a flood, and a cyclone and your wife got in common? Sooner or later, one of them will get your house. It's a bit unfortunate, you know, because being out west last night at Julia Creek, actually, we run into Cousin Gibbet. And Cousin Gibbet was complaining to me and Morton. He said, you know something, Morton? He said, that wife of mine, she's cut me back to once a week. And I said, fuck. He said, you're lucky. He said, she's cut some of us out altogether. This true about Cousin Gibbet. He's inherited a lot of money, right? One of our aunties, she left him all this money. And the conditions of the will was that he had to look after her parrot, you know. And the parrot, if it died, other than of natural causes, all the money had to go back into the trust bullshit people, you know. So anyway, Cousin Gibbet is taking this parrot on, and he's lifted off the thing off the parrot cage, and the parrot said, ah, what are you fucking looking at? Which shocked Cousin Gibbet, you know. And he thought, crikey, I can't have a parrot like this, you know. So he's rung up the trustees. They said, well, unfortunately, your auntie, she was a bit foul-mouthed, and that parrot, he's learned some bad, you know, manners. But you've got to look after the parrot, otherwise, you know, you're going to lose the money. He said, what am I going to do about this squaring parrot all the time? He said, well, why don't you put him in the fridge, cool him down? So he put the parrot in the fridge. 20 minutes later, he's gone to the fridge, opened the door, lifted the cover on the parrot cage. Parrot's gone, ah! What are you looking at, you fucking idiot? He wasn't happy about this. So Cousin Gibbet picked it up and put it in the freezer, you know. Then he's gone on to, you know, watch some TV. The cricket was on. And finally he said, shit, the parrot. I've got to get the parrot. 50 minutes, crikey. He's run up to the freezer, ripped the door open, taken the cover off the parrot cage, and there was this parrot sitting there shivering and shaking, you know. The parrot said, all right, what did the fucking chicken say? Takes a while to defrost down the back there, doesn't it? You know that, I've got to tell you, have you heard about the Kiwi who's migrated to Australia? Because he thought the Great Australian Stock Route was an annual event. Actually, you know what's white and stuff's Kiwis? No, cancel that one. Oh, what's hard and stuff's Kiwis? I got the two confusing, mate. That's right. What's the difference between a hard on and a light on? You can sleep with a light on. Now I'll go back to that other one. You know what's hard and fucks Kiwis? Primary school. You know that, having been at Julia Creek, you know, Morton was a ringer. And anyway, he got nice and drunk out there, and his mates thought they'd play a trick on him, so they gone and got the saddle on his horse and put it on back to front. And Morton, he's got home at 3 in the morning. Gilligan said, where you been? He said, oh, I've had a hell of a night. He said, some mongrel bastard, he said, cut the throat off, the neck off my horse, you know, the head off the horse. He said, and I had to ride it home with my thumb down his bloody wind tube so I could get him here. More Bible reading. You know, Morton, he thought he'd impress Gilligan because he got in that shit. And he's gone into the perfume place, you know, in the big department store. And I can't tell you which one because I wouldn't give my eyes or fucking that mob a plug anyway. But he just walked in there and he said to the lady, "Excuse me, can I buy some perfume?" So she's said, "Well, I suggest this one, darling." And she sprayed it on the back of Morton's wrist. Said, "Try that." He went, "Oh," I said, "that's nice. What's that called?" She said, "It's called Come to Me." He said, "Oh, it doesn't smell like Come to Me." Mate, you just keep filming. You're not supposed to be fucking listening. Actually, while Morton was there at the shopping centre, this lady was carrying a lot of shopping, and Morton, being the gentleman he is, offered to give her a hand, you know, with the groceries. So he's grabbed a couple of cartons and that, and opened the door, and she's carrying a carton as well, and she said to Morton, she said, "Crikey, I got an itchy bum." Morton said, "Well, you better point it out to me." He said, "All these Japanese cars look the same to me." Actually, Morton, he struck it up lucky with that lady, you know. And he's ended up in a motel. And he's, you know, done the business. And the next day he's rang room service. He said, "Excuse me, can I have some sausages, bacon and eggs, thank you, and some toast?" And the girl said, "Yeah, all right. And what does the lady want?" He said, "Give me a bowl of lettuce." She said, "Bowl of lettuce?" He said, "Yeah, I want to see if she eats like a rabbit." As he told about it, I don't know why Morton liked that because, you know, his wife Gilligan, when she was a kid, she swallowed a pin. She didn't feel the prick until she was 16. Actually told about that. I remember Morton when he first started taking Gilligan out. And she said to Morton, "Morton, come round tonight because my mum and dad had gone to the pictures." Morton thought to himself, he said, "Well, this is it, you know." So with anticipation, he gone to the chemist shop and he bought some of them, just put over your dick stuff, you know. Condom, that one. Then he's rolled up that night, you know, around Gilligan's house, and Gilligan's parents were just going out to the pictures, and Gilligan was standing there behind them. Moore said, "Hey, Gilligan, let's go to the movies with your parents." She said, "Hey, Morton, I didn't know you was big on movies." He said, "I didn't know your dad was a chemist." You know that fella, you know, was in England, the Prince. Oh, the one just been here recently. You know him? Oh, you know the anyway. But anyway, true. This is not defamation, is it? You know when he come over just recently? You know he went out to Ewington? You know the Ewington? Haggerton or Ewington? he going out there to go and open their library. This didn't make the press, you know. And anyway, when he got there, you know what the Ewington's like, 42 degrees. He's arrived in the full regalia and he's wearing a fox fur hat. Anyway, he finished opening the library and the mayor of that town said, Prince Charles, he said, thank you very much for opening all this, you know, this library. He said, it's something I can't get over. He said, this is 42 degrees and you've got a fox fur hat on. He said, what's with the fox fur hat? He said, it was Mummy's idea. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I said to her, Mummy, I'm going to Ewington in Australia to open their library. What should I wear? And she said, Ewington? Wear the fox hat.